Alright, welcome back. You still watch the breakfast show. They come to you live na Liberty Online TV. And from that report, they will tell you say today inside the breakfast show, we can talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly sides of the Israeli economy. And remember, see yourself when they watch the show, can drop your message, ask your question, make comments about the topics that we will discuss na this edition of the breakfast show. And a pleasure for welcome at the studio this morning, an economist. And anyway, the other parts of in life, we're not going to discuss here this morning. We say today we want to look at the economy, so we did look at strictly the economist part of we're now Dr. Victor Davies. Good morning and welcome to the breakfast show, Doc.
Good morning.
It's a pleasure having you here this morning.
Same here.
And we just don't tell the viewer and say today we want to discuss the country economy, how the inflations are like. We know say plenty people when you talk about the economy, waiting and force they focus on. Now how then they get them bread and butter, how things expensive or cheap na the markets, now that's then concern about. But on our way, na economists then can always say leave the economy for the economists. Let them come break down how things are and what need for be done for ensure say we improve on the country in economic status. We know say we don't need time na this country where people don't refer to the country economy as patch economy. So man say na bigger the country the pan. But you want can know currently how the states are like. But from your background as an economist from the classroom, now one can talk about what's they happen on with daily lives. But let me just start to get a description from your perspective. The current state of the country economy, how you go describe them?
The economy being in crisis even before the Iran-Israel-America war break out. In crisis because we've been get so many problems. Poverty being widespread, plenty people employed in the country, unemployment also widespread, but young people that not get jobs. And that's not the same situation today, but the war, not the Middle East, don't make the situation worse because it don't increase fuel prices internationally, and the government of Salon themselves don't increase fuel price. And when you increase fuel price, when fuel price go up, everything will go up because when the fuel price go up, transport don't already go up, and when transport price don't go up, food price, all the food that they eat, plus us, we can for transport all anything and the fish and all other food items, and then will go up, and everything else and price will go up. So I'd expect say we get a higher rate of inflation, we will just make matters worse.
When you look at the World Bank reports, it shows say the Sierra Leone economy being experienced slow recovery with 2024 GDP growth where they be estimated around 3.9 to 4.3, where this for being driven by the mining sector and the agricultural sector despite the high inflation. When you look at this projection for 2024-2025, what thing be really happen in terms of the financial sector and other sector them for let them go able for meet this World Bank estimation?
Well, the GDP growth we talk about now just one of the many indicators of how the economy they perform. The GDP growth really, to me, not the most important indicator, because in general they look at how the economy they go from one year to another. And sometimes that growth they can just come from one small sector of the economy, like the mining sector, whilst the rest of the economy still they suffer. Waiting matter more, not indicators that like waiting where they tell you how the standard of living in the country, and GDP growth or GDP itself the growth say not they tell you the standard of living in the country. And as I've been on say, poverty widespread. If you go all over the country, you can see poverty also. Freetown yourself, if you go Lumley region to Junction, this morning at the Canada studio, you see boku woman and old pan they beg. Elderly woman and young woman and they're old pan, and then at that Lumley area they beg. You go around, you see the youths and they not get jobs, and in the rural areas are the same thing. So the problem still there, the basic problem we they face now widespread poverty, and it continue up to there.
But when you look at international donor then reports them, it is show say the economy they decline, we mean say the growth they go down. But when you look at government reports them, it is show say improvements they fiscal stability they, but citizens still they face significant poverty, just like what you mentioned. So the instance you mentioned, and not a long regent road no more. If you go to other places, then the amount of beggars them way don't they now na the states, you did notice say it don't add. Wetin can bring the mismatch between international donor reports them and government reports where they show say stability dey in terms of the economy?
The government gets an interest for paint a good picture because it's like then they score themselves. So they're not going to present a negative image of themselves, of how then they perform. And you know, say election not they far again, so they get an interest for give the impression that then the economy they do well. But I don't know if anybody go buy them kind of talk then they, because the economy not they really not they do well.
You say elections they near and the governments they score themselves for paint a nice picture out there. The economy that thing where really they're supposed to play politics with.
Well, a good government not for do that, but that's on paper. The reality is, I think, different.
What's the difference?
Now the reality, now the fact that Khadija, Khadija they talk that the independent reports them. They paint one picture of the economy. They should say the economy not they do well. The people SSF waiting at the streets, where they live in the country, no say the economy not they do well. Then they bear the hardship, the suffering, and then they face them. But then the government they say, hey, this stability or the lower inflation and all the rest of it, where they seem for in this, they give the impression say then they try or the economy they improve.
You question the data where the government they pull, because if we take for instance the inflation rate currently they're on a single digits.
Yes.
And if you call any government official and now we can talk about figures, then go tell you say once the inflation rate they at a single digits, let we know they listen to waiting people and they say na price of things in a market, that's not the economy, but now the figures them where then they look at na the economy. How you go explain that day?
Well, first of all, even if not to say the inflation rate the single digit, that still they should say price they go up, because inflation they measure the increase in price. So even if let's say the inflation rate now let's say 5%, it means that the price them last year, whatever they mean, let's say price for one bag rice, for example, it's roughly now like 700 leons for that big bag rice. If we say the inflation rate now 5%, if we apply to that rest, it means that rest they've been cost 700 leons last year. 35 leons go on top. That 5% of 700 leons are 35 leons. 35 leons go on top of that price there. So it will cost 735 leons this year. So price still increase even if the inflation figure on a single digit. Now that's not the point I want to make.
So as an economist, how you go rate the way the bill-led administration don't handle the salon economy from outside the meter in 2018 to outside a day now inside this 2026?
The economy don't deteriorate over time from the time where the bill administration take over. In 2017, one primary school teacher in salary, primary school teacher will get HTC. In monthly salary, for able for buy 5 bag rice without salary day. Today, that same teacher day, primary school teacher with HTC, in salary go only buy 2.5 bag rice. So that they show you say over time the earning power don't they decrease for people the one they will get job. What about the one they will not even get work? But so not just one simple example I want to give. Yeah.
Now, outside the MISAM, we make you compare 2017, for example, to 2026 now. Outside the MISAM.
Well, they miss some on many fronts. They miss some first because I think then the problem with one of the problems with Salon is we too depend on aid. And that's not a problem we knew, not a problem we start with the bio administration, of course, but it seems to don't get worse now, the aid dependence. And them beliefs say they not seem for, or rather they not seem for get the belief say we for concentrate now on the economy, on we own domestic situation and solve a problem we self. So the aid dependence, that mindset there for the go bigger, it don't grow, it don't increase. Then I feel say corruption don't grow. Corruption not a new problem as alone, but I feel say it don't get worse so much so that what will they get from the with natural resources them and what will they collect as revenue is small compared to the potential we will forget. Then the spending side too, the wasteful spending don't they increase. Government wastage don't increase. This government get over 30 cabinet ministers then. For each cabinet minister get high running cost, high administrative costs, salary, vehicles, office, sometimes and they rent office for them. Then get each ministry gets two deputy ministers. Then there are many other presidential appointees. Then the number of public agencies don't increase. So many public agencies they don't create them. We not just they all do the same work. So that they're redundant. Most of them redundant. They're not need for the. So but all the agencies there then get boards, then get people away they appoint. And for pay them for one the agencies they are costly. So that make the budget, the expenditure don't go high and revenue they don't. So what they happen is then they run what we call the budget deficits. Budget deficit always done there. I know this this year I begin on and now with the administration they begin. But this budget deficit it increase. And the way then they finance it now for either then they borrow from abroad, where the opportunities for borrow from abroad is limited, or then they borrow from the central bank, or then they ask the Bank of Salon for give them money. Everything the Bank of Salon they do, then they print money. When at the end of the line, they cause the inflation. Another way, then they finance the deficit, then they issue treasury bills, they borrow from the public, from commercial banks and the general public. But when you issue treasury bills, you get for raise the interest rate for attract people there for buy the treasury bills. So that did not make interest rate until recently. Interest rate on treasury bills will not go up to 40%. And that means the banks then just they buy treasury bills. They not get any incentive for give loans to the private sector, to people, to businessmen and to businesswomen. Or if then they give loans, they will get for raise that interest, they for let it go, for let it match the interest rate on treasury bills. So that they kill the private sector because they know they get opportunity for get loan or credit from the banks. Or if they get safe, it's very costly, they're not able to repay.
You make mention of the creation of new ministries, new agency, and duplication of roles. And you say again, most of them ministry, then they wouldn't create double deputy minister for irrelevant. But most governments can create their spaces they are based on the agenda programs. President Bio 2018, it calls the New Direction Manifesto. Forum, it say it meets Salon economy under life support. It needs so many heads now the Ministry of Finance for help and put the economy into the shape where it wants them for let it go able run the country. Before in takeover, President Kuma been declare austerity. Usai the economy day now to Usai President Bio midterm in 2018, we say the economy day in a very bad shape. How you go compare the two scenario them as an economist?
Well, if you say President Bio been say meet the economy on life support that 10 day, then that life support they not even exist again. That the economy clearly dead. If at all even there life support, because I don't.
That's what he said.
Yeah. Well, the reality is different. I know they said the economy be rosy at the time, the problems have been there, of course, but things don't get worse now. Whatever the situation in 2017 or 2018, where we take over, the situation don't get worse. I don't give an example of the primary school teacher salary. Now more and more people they go out of jobs. More and more people don't get work. Now that will lead to even this kush and other drugs problems we they face because the youth them frustrated.
For you, you believe say the economy it be na a state where you say it don't die. But when you talk to other economists there, for example, people na the Ministry of Finance, you they see that they tell you say they still get donor confidence, while before donor in the back out of the Sierra Leone economy. But up till now, donor like the IMF then continue for pump money in the Salone economy.
Well, first of all, the people that are in government, you never expect them for say anything else because they need to keep their job. If they criticize the government or if they tell you waiting really they in their heart, they're not going to outside and this and will lose their job. And this talk about donor confidence, it just they show the aid dependence mentality where they talk about just now. That first of all, let me just say the confidence we need, not even from donors, the confidence we need not from the people of Sierra Leone. Now then they elect the government. So if the people and they suffer every day, food not day, then they go to bed hungry. On them, the jobs are not there. Whose confidence now and they and they don't know them in there anyway during President Ernest Koeman administration. I mean they that and then they now. So I don't really think say donor confidence don't increase.
You still no want for be that person we believe in donor support, but country like Salone, how we go able manage the resources where the country gets, if not relying on those then donor supports and they for coming.
I know they say the donors then get a role for play, but that mentality way small thing we don't want to donors, small thing we don't want to donors. Nine wrong. That aid dependence mentality where we believe say or then believe say now donor no more nine go save this country wrong. Donors they never ever save any country in the world. No country now they develop just by relying on donors. A country they develop when through in your own effort. Donors can complement that effort there, but we not they make that effort there. We just don't sit back and they talk about donor support.
What's not the efforts we're lacking? Because there are a lot of policies them where the Bioled administration bring for boost the economy and all of that. For you, they're not a work?
Well, the problem now the political leadership, now I think say that the problem. We really they get a lot of rhetoric. I don't call rhetoric. I don't know how you call them. What's what you will use for or talk, big talk. Yes, that's probably not the clear word. We get a lot of big talk from the government, but this and that and that. But the reality is different. I think the willingness for manage the country, for take the hard decisions, then we go make the country go before in a day. For let this country, for manage the economy well, or for let the economy grow, really grow, and love tackle the problems that we face at this country, we get for tackle corruption. We get for be disciplined. And we get for establish or promote the private sector as the engine of growth. That's not happen now. Now a lot of the private, even some of the private companies that will be there when the Bayer administration take over, then don't close because the environment for do business as alone they get more and more hostile. So waiting we see is waiting the approach we don't see over the years, not to just this government, but over the years way wrong. Now this patronage system, na Salone, where everybody believes say the only way for get rich, now for lobby for a government job, for lobby for be minister, or lobby for a government contract, or through your connection with the government, you try to get some mining contract. That patronage system, they kill this country. What we need for move towards now the private sector as the engine of growth, for develop the private sector, for create the environment where not just the environment the government need for create. Not your own job, not to they go develop the private sector as such. Just create the environment, provide an independent judiciary, provide the basic infrastructure, especially electricity, and just keep away from the private sector. Stop for harass them, because the harassment of the private sector, you see all kind of government officials, they go say, wait, show me the paper for this, show me the paper for that, and they kill business.
How is compliance being harassed?
Now the private sector, I say, then they harass.
Yes, because you talk about show me this paper. If any government institution go, they ask for documentation. That's not part of compliance.
But waiting, then go ask for paper. Then if you not give them money, not give them bribe, they no commodity. So waiting, they really want na bribe. Now just an excuse.
Evidence-based statements on a just hearsay.
No, there are lots of NGOs that don't do. Civil society, they don't do a lot of surveys and a lot of reports where they highlight some of the corruption where they go now. Already been on the go on. I know they say that just today corruption begin. Yes.
But listening to President Bill, he always on to encourage the private sector for come on board for be an engine to the economic growth we in government official and they earn for.
Well, actions speak louder than words. That I'm going to say.
So in action them not align with some of the words them
exactly.
They say.
Exactly.
Waiting now some of the things them where they do right for encourage the private sector aside this harassment and corruption we just allude to.
First of all, I've been telling you about the fact that the government is spend way more than waiting in the end, where they lead to, where we make them they issue treasury bills and that treasury bills they lead to high interest rate. We make if the private sector, if people want to go get loan from the banks they don't give them because they prefer for even just buy the treasury bills. We're safe. Where they get 40% interest rate. But then if at all say the banks give loans, it will be at that high interest rate, they will be close to that one then they get from treasury bills. Then that are one. Then two, now they say the inflation rate don't come down. But in 2023 or so, the inflation rate been there at about 50%. Now the very high inflation rate, then they create they create uncertainty for everybody. They create hardship for people then because it means whatever even they buy, 50% more.
Now, you know, things say progress don't they? Because like how you state in 2023 been very high, but now we're in 2026 and it don't go down to a single digit.
As I say, if it depends on how you measure progress, because even a single digit inflation is still inflation. It means prices still increase. Yes.
All right. Continue for the routine at the studio, Dr. Victor Davies, an economist, where they give we own perspective on the current state of the Sierra Leone economy. We don't get we second guest at the studio, Edmond Abu, when a civil society activist for a very long time. He don't do this space, and if you don't follow the work way, he don't do a native consortium. Now for advocates, for citizens, for let them go able to buy petroleum products at an affordable price. And Edmond don't do this space for a very long time. He don't stage protest them. He don't continue for use in voice and in platform for ensure say citizens them get affordable prices when it comes to petroleum products. And this being said, we see also the war in the Middle East. Now one of the things that we government and other agencies in the petroleum sector don't give reason why prices then continue for the go up. As recent as over the weekend, increments they on diesel and other petroleum prices them. Well, at the studio this morning, we want to welcome Edmond Abu. Good morning, Edmond.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning, Fambula.
All right, like I tell we viewers them, you don't deny this space for a very long time, and we don't decide on the advocate for citizens them when it comes to petroleum products. Not to secret say crisis in the Middle East, to send the source of them petroleum products there. So and then they see press release after press release, governments they increase on fuel and other products them. And a lot of people believe say not just a matter of time, it go up past how it is so. Firstly, as somebody who don't follow and very passionate about their issues there closely, the increment where the government they make now realistic?
Well, some way somehow, to a little extent realistic. Sometimes, unfortunate. And I can explain, but firstly, Khadija, I'm for telling her thank you. So, fumble them. You know, when they discuss this topic in isolation, I just want for, again, I appeal to Sierra Leonean, particularly as CUSI, one particular Islamic cleric, when they make comments and statements against debts to America, debts to Iran. The thing where debts to America, debts to Israel, the thing where they happen at the Middle East is very, very worrisome and it's scary. It's scary. So this morning while they listing and the crisis don't reach a tipping point. So it's going to hurt. It hurts everywhere in the world. America, Europe, all over the world. So yeah, now we see them. Liberia, they encroach on the border. People do not go say, hey, debts to Liberia. Some man just they put combat now in social media. When I see what Liberia do recently. So yeah, this war, if possible, they go protest. Go protest. Now you right for go protest. Let's say debt, but not use the grey, white, and blue. Because Tom not a regular person. Now, no, also they don't ban salary, don't ban some other country. Let no can begin say they have with or left back again. Can begin feel say then there's an so you gonna the one state. If they gonna after then I call them citizen there from it. I don't forget the place. Somalia, citizen, non-citizen, just the kapu deport. We get people under. So not a regular person, not to that kind of person. We regular. Then they say, oh, the world depend on Britain, this yesterday night, say, oh, and Europe go for Kaipan for the Amos corridor. So, for the context, yes, indeed, the fuel price don't go up in the world market. But like I say, Khadija, you and maybe don't host me for the past 10 years. Civil society with business, not for just can criticize with they give prescription, or don't they give prescription. Myself to the finance and economic background, I don't give so many prescriptions. Sometimes the government listing, sometimes in a listing. When I look at the pricing formula, when I look at how the increment don't take place, one of the things that we are not really like for hearing from the government, oh, when they produce fuel. That statement, if we stop for make that statement, I need this station. Liberia need to produce fuel, Guinea they produce fuel, then fuel is still cheap as we and they don't put it up, then say don't put it up. Oh, Salon they consume 1.5 million liters a day. Then they say they fly because Guinea they produce Guinea they consume 5 times that amount day, but it's still not get scarcity. Oh, the supply chain disruption, all size supply chain. So all in argument they flat, maybe. The issue is we know say price don't go up. But the tragedy we don't happen, I make with the pull report. The tragedy we don't happen at the oil sector. Firstly, Khadija, from one of the 98.2, I don't tell this government say, una construct from the days of the APC, una construct more storage facility. At least you build something like about 100 to 200,000 metric ton. So if Khadija Bango want for out fuel, you don't need for Kangona MP then storage. Why the super text, the Minister of Trade, they talk say, oh, we have 50 days. That is a flat argument. Oh, we get fuel up to 50 days. You don't get fuel, not till you get her. Then people also could shut down the station any day, anytime, they take the nation hostage. So you, Mr. Trade Minister, that's say, oh, we have supply. If they're ready for squeeze the government, they squeeze the government any day, anytime. More so when they don't even get this new player then to the cartel now. The new player like Eco Energy, Aminata, Zala, they want they don't be part of the cartel. Now, yeah, we all see them. When I see them, I tell them, say, now it's a missed opportunity. Over time, from the days of former Pakaba, we fought with Pakaba for letting harmonize the price. Which we don't do so. We say no, Malanko and Red Palma not to the same price. You know, for Putin. All this why not tragedy number one. The oil markets have been make huge profit because they expect the price at the same time. The storage facility Pakaba begin this away from President Nkrumah can sell because he said they're part of them. And then when these governments come, they don't see through the sector and make sure they then create more storage facilities. No do them. So when the Minister of Trade talks say, oh, we get fear, not so you get them, Mr. Trade Minister. Now then people ain't get them. Which in government for don't do, because now the supply chain you get three players. You get the importers, you get the distribution, then you get the dealers. And then the retail. You understand? So if you not get storage on your own, now they Guinea pathway. Guinea, as at this point, no oil market are not going to talk say the hot fuel. You know, go create any artificial scarcity, even before Dumbuya herself. Because 90% of the storage is being controlled by the Guinean government. Liberia is mixed. So we are pathetic.
You see that situation there as It's been deliberate from the side of government, because if we take for example when they say the floor price and they introduce them in January, nothing not stop them, they introduce and the fuel price been go up. Now,
You mean
like
the
you
ceiling?
say, yeah, the ceiling price. Like you say, when I don't they call, don't they tell and say, as a nation, if finally they get the storage facility for themselves. You think say, up to this time, where they're not able to establish that, not a deliberate thing, or na resources not they follow them.
I'm very sure something is deliberate because the cartel self no one time. Now just like when the mobile company no go one lecture tells back, it's a deliberate. They can get compromise within the government of the day. They can get man them where they say no, it's not necessary after all, so. But government get for certain priorities, right? So it may be deliberate or inadvertent, but whatever it is, government, and then not only that, it's also deliberate on the part of government and the PRA, and that is why they call on the incompetence of the PRA. With the C plat. Now make right now when I see for more begin analyze the price and formula, don't begin unpack them. Now PRA don't begin hide the formula from the public. Because me antenna my phone can cable interpret that formula. Waiting drive the price, waiting at the drivers, who say you don't add. Now PRA don't hide now. Because traditionally they just throw figures at the public. And then confuse the public. But now we don't make sure say not only for just unpack the figure, but we look at the drivers. Why make him move this? And native construction, this and what we don't do over time for the past 2 or 3 weeks, it passed 1 million man match. Because now they say they're afraid now. Excise duty. Waiting at excise duty. Infrastructure costs. I remember when I'm interviewing me 7-8 years back, who say the former government introduced infrastructure costs because they want more tax revenue for let them cushion the austerity. I tell them, say no, we not put on so. It was a new phenomenon. Mark you, Khadija, maybe this price formula. Now make at the CPRA, they say they're funny. One of the days of John Benjamin, now we this we begin craft this formula in 2005. So there is no way PRA they hide the formula from native construction when this year. If I answer you say if the private market price go up and candle, I tell you back, I let me not pull up. If they hide that formula, they will begin pull up. So secondly, in 3 scenario the Khadija. You get the first scenario where America go bomb Iran, 12-day war. Now 12-day war last June, remember. Price spike. You understand? I must call it or not close because I must call it or like I say, they account for 12 to 20% of the world fare. And are they more the sour crude they come out? Sour crude are the heavy petroleum product like fuel oil, diesel, in not like sweet crude. So when you look at that side, if I now say, let me if I now say diesel scarce, let me if I now say not begin make price differential. Then if I now say we see inside the government again pull the Liberian price formula. I say no, Liberia for the past 2 years do not ever touch the petrol price. Mark you, Liberia na 4 liters and they make 1 gallon. So last year, if you look at the formula, Khadija Mebelo now watch them. As of June. Doc, you said go watch that formula. The price will be there for 1 metric ton, na something like about $700 per metric ton. Almost will be by the liter 25. That's not the tragedy. As at June last year. And then seller, and when the government, that ceiling they talk about, now the government ceiling, no. The government ceiling will be 27. The oil markets as them price now be 25. What do we do? You know, just like when we late grandpa, they say we get 5 women, praise the one woman we sabi cook, so the other one will cook fine. So now so we do them. So make sure say we praise Zala, we get the award. So it sets the competition. On my begin race for price now. Whether they sell cheap. Now you make the output at 25. So not to say that because of anything. So if you be let PRA one everybody for the selling. Maybe I can't to scenario 2 now, as at January. When I all sit down back again, we'll see who say Fanta Madi. Then go back to the parliament. Just like the former government, they increase the excise duty. It's not tariff, not tax. For me, as a finance person, I don't prefer a phantom money for me just release them figure that they say small. You understand? It be there 2 lions per liter. Make like 3 lions. So what did they do as of January? And this was a miscalculation and a tragedy on their part. Imagine the cartel now, the metric ton be the 700. As of January, it's still count down. So fair price we don't count down. I make mama put your own price down from 17 cedis per liter. It count down to 10 cedis. Another missed opportunity. You for don't still put your ceiling down to 24.
So what's in the motive where you they see, in as much as there's this crisis at the Middle East, but we compare the prices to other countries and the region, Salonians still lay up.
Because of the incompetence of the PRA. The PRA not sensitive and they're not able for this now conman sector. You get for think like conman. This not to imam them, not to. These are people, if they want put 1 leon, they want make 100 leons. So you get for things like, so first thing first, look at almost then at the plat. Peer not be the pay attention. And I don't know why. What I mean by the plat, almost the sell. Mark you, Khadija, maybe let's say this. Aminata, na Liberian company. Connect, na Liberian company. This MP one at the season also. It the Ivory Coast, it the Liberia, it the Guinea, they are. But they do it, they do so. This MP, they need do them na Ivory Coast because they're not a major player. They're not a citizen there. Yeah, now they do them because they control 60% of the market. So what will not happen now? We make a difference. I don't know. So the one difference now that we PRN watch the plats. No, be the number 2. No, they will control the price for let them bring the ceiling down to like 24. When the price, doc, you go see the formula. See, you see. Now, if you find out that as of January, now 686. This now as at March 686. So if I did 686 per like petrol, it's still there past June. That's where they were. So you see the tragedy. So waiting for answer Khadija question. Number one, I agree. Say yes, fair price don't go up. I agree. And they're supposed to put her up. Proportionately, yes, I agree also say if for they even they at 35-40, I agree with them. But you can do something. Waiting there for do, Khadija maybe. One, all man needs for make sacrifice now. One, government let land for let's go. This is why I blame. I wish you for me get a very strong Edmond go talk, but Edmond not get force. On how long suicide I don't come on 98 where they don't arrest me once. But if the opposition as a unit say anything, now we be going to parliament, now we say let's bring the excise duty, let's put her up. On a law suspend that trillions force back. Now 5 millions. But you get a baseline. Look, when you want to compare this thing, you get a baseline. June end at the baseline. June of the same when that 12 days war. June outside the excise duty be then 2. As of January to now, almost be then 5. So you opposition, not to just take your selfish interest, put the people interest, say, okay, government, if you not put that 3, will they walk out of parliament? That's what other democracy did they do.
This current opposition, where you know, then go want for do that.
No, get appetite. They don't get this opposition and they care opposition.
Because I just want
they don't get
them prioritize
not themselves.
Tripartite electoral.
How many times Khadija don't host JJ Safari they blow the textbook economy? They take the government back to back. How many times? Today night they talk so like say you get all the solution fiscal surveillance, pam lululala. You get all you as finance minister under APC, you don't get all the solution. When I interview many times in 98, then now you as finance minister, you not able to do nothing. As chief minister, you not do nothing. So this opposition is a decay opposition. They not get appetite for this. Now then selfishness. But what they say? What if as a people come together? Okay, Papa government, land for let's go. You are pulled by the excise duty bar. They could have fairly 32 petrol. Pull 2 years first back. Khadija instant fair they go 30 years first. You come to the other flip side. You can go to the cartel women now. Almost the cartel be they make me bell. They know, as if they list me, they know. I don't provide consultancies for so many petrol stations. Before 2024, they make 1 year's profits margin. If we now look at there is some components when they call component, I think as 15 or 16, distribution cost component 16. Now 5.2 to 90 days. Now this profit margin, 90 for both the OMC, now fictional figure on paper. In practicality, 1 grain dealer, because now 3 people and then at the supply chain. The importer, the distributor, and the tanker driver, and then you get the dealer. So 1 grain person can be importer, it can be transporter, meaning tanker driver, then it can own the station back too. So they make profit on 3 fronts. What I think say if I was a PRA, because what they can criticize, go look give solution. Khadija maybe when they don't follow me, and then they just come for make government look bad.
They come to the solution aspect of but let we make the people understand this morning. When you look at other countries them with better economy, because for Dr. Davies now, I wouldn't talk about the economy before you come in the studio. And believe says a lot economy don't die, nothing not left para again. But countries with better economy, whenever there is a crisis, then they put mechanism in place for cushioning the effect of the citizen then.
Yes.
You agree, say what we all agree. What are the things them in terms of this petroleum product? What you don't see say government don't put in place for cushioning the effect on the citizen. They put anything in place?
Now they drive so. Number one, we not get shocks mechanism. I don't tell you about the problem. See, we not get storage facility on we own. Let's say for instance, government for go bring cheaper there is a cheaper Russia fuel with the leak then at the Gulf of Guinea. Most of the one at the within the West Coast they buy. You understand? So you government not get your storage. So let's say somebody want give let's say Putin want give fuel to Salon now. Like one dash on number this fuel. Outside the storm. Pass you gonna Eco Energy, pass you gonna NP Leon code storage. That's not sustainable. They can float you out of the market anytime. They go say after no go paper go me say get load. I get load no can. So you see the problem, which make me too different. Now come to the solution. I agree partly. I'm not going to talk say the economy don't die or whatever.
Yeah, I just want to make a correction. I'm not mean say the economy don't die. I say if like you've been quote President Bill, you say it meet the economy on life support. I say if now so even there on life support at the time, well now I will say it don't die.
Okay.
But
well, like they say,
well, no, the point I make is and if you have to use that analogy, that comparison, the way you make, the economy not die it. Okay. But now when you say been there on life support, in other words, it don't worse than it don't show if you been there on life support at the time, like I describe them, that means it don't worse now. So after life support, what's next? Death.
Well, no deal economically, yeah. But from looking at it from the economic standpoint, I agree with Doc one side. We talk about the exchange, but we talk about the interest rate. That they don't count, it suffocates the economy. Now, like we say, if the private sector, you're not able to give loan to the private sector, the bank they go for safe lending when I let the treasury be born. At the end of the day, if maybe one for go now for loan now, I mean the bank they see and say, you credit risky because 23, not going to give 23%. Now 40%. And then domestic borrowing, they will get too many pressure on the economy. Now problems so I totally agree with her on that side. So now that side I think say government go for try for road, come away from that for that the government will get appetite for begin trust private sector. You understand? Then you
based on the analysis we don't give on what's in the happen between the PRA and that of the one way they deal with the fuel business. Based on all the analysis we don't give this morning, is it safe for say the fuel dealers and the government as well they cheat the people and when it comes to this issue of fuel and the pricing? Are they cheating us?
Well, the government indeliberate. I'm not gonna say I cheat. In there I can see and say like the a little I can see some amount of incompetence. Not to say not like cheat, because government in taxes then direct. All the taxes they see, so the extension of infrastructure costs we would introduce in 2016, all na so it be done did. You understand? So to come to your question and the solution, where they drive, well, I can imagine the two to 80 Khadija they ask. One, government for ready for let's go now. I don't say about the let's go, Government for ready for let's go some of the taxes. Two, if I was the parent,
tax then they again they can raise money
but you
for put other side.
Yes, not only one get the raise tax. And this is not the other question again. This question where the get for make feed salon. Look, all the other economy there. Like me, I said they raise tax for this. So let government not let this salon government not begin take like say now we want get one tax by petroleum economy. Petroleum. And all the Liberia they take tax, Guinea they all the tax they all the triple taxes.
About the tax. We come petrol and other products them. Some of them taxes there, so they come out from the international donor them and the advice.
No. Now only one they come out from the international donor. That's excise duty. In fact, in uniform now almost every other country excise duty within I think 15. Eh?
Yes, 5 million per liter.
5 million. Yes, that excise duty what they say then go to snap everything. But that infrastructure cost all not come out from the all the one they say. So like
the 10 now.
Like the
government they put out to the citizen and for understand some of them tax there, not so we making just like waiting be happen.
When me say for only you listening back to me back.
Waiting be happen before 2018 election with the IMF and the former President Koma in administration.
Thank God you interviewed me severally on that.
He refused for listening to the IMF then day.
Okay, let's tell you what happened. And I think say thank God, fortunately when I interviewed me severally on that. What in the APC government do? This excise duty way they see. Doc now who's nine numbers again? 15?
Yes.
Liter. Yes. Okay. This not to the excise. Waiting them they do because one, the government as a then go legislate what we call the PFM Act for let you get a single treasury account. So then go take a loan. under an escoma. This loan, part of the loan conditionality was one, for letting mobilize more to it. Because when IMF they trust you, they want to see a predictable revenue. Who said they predict say, nah, yeah, we get to money will trust you. So the extra using for them one. You understand? So for let you like begin make a left from me on na team will understand. Now they not care about all what you put now. Now maybe they tell you say, oh, fail, they go say, oh, now lock the product, pull that extra to not subsidize. So what the APC government do? They left that black area, they blank. They say, oh, they subsidize. Then they can put infrastructure cost. They see all the other components they add them. So IMF they say and they say, I think they don't begin chew by the back door. Number one, unable pay. Number two, you enable institute the single treasury account. Number three, you enable meet to equal. So then pull out. So when this BO government come, pop, JJ Safa, they say, okay, well, would they go according to what you want to say? When I come back. You understand? Now, what it then don't do now, inside this formula.
Was that what the for celebrate as a political gain say, oh, IMF may don't back out, who don't bring them back?
Yeah, well, normally...
Or they've been just a burden on the people.
No, the IMF will blackmail you. The IMF will blackmail you internationally. They will make you look bad. Like say, oh, you know, response. They did it to Pakaba, not to Anesco, man, no more they do. They will blackmail you. So what they do, they call like people like Fantama, they don't go as neither the first economists who I don't see don't go as far as the World Bank board. They don't go to that echelon. So then what then they do, then they play on both sides. But sometimes I can even tell and say the one that they play and so. Yes, you look, they navigate through the waters, but look into you see, Khadija, I beg, I wish you can just with your leave. Waiting. I don't tell you say they play on both ways, but then say get problem with this formula. In the very Fantamadi back, now go back at the time like this, you go read them. People like AKK, now the parliament, they're waiting them. But as a party, you understand? So you can't institute. I don't tell you about what I do. Now they come to really waiting. One of the other things with the government, with the PRA for don't do. Like I tell you now, this is not a Juman economy. This is not conman sector. Now mafia sector. Think like a map. Me say when they sit down so now, so I don't work in the sector. I know they tell me na angelo. But what you think you do? Okay, all the dealers they wanna come. We know almost wanna be the make. Now this one be the make before now on a profit margin.
Then begin a split house.
That meeting was a crime scene. I tell them, cut me back on this. The chief minister be just go there and jewel there for let them snap and take picture. Now picture me see. No, after that, no, I defend the statement. After that, the way they come out, what you see? If you are not come out from 25, go to 28, dog, 5, not so. Guess what? They miscalculate. They be think say, oh, they don't get them. One a paddy. Then people are not to paddy. Waiting at them paddy na profit. How do they make profit? So that meeting was a crime scene. And what make you see now a crime scene? They attempt to get the same meeting in June. That same June, because then you don't watch them. You know, ever get the audience. Other machinates down and people like chief minister back again. Forgot them back. When you want good then they. So from June to January, June 2025 to January, you don't introduce your excise duty. Then you don't introduce them. Then you know only the man make a profit. So what they do? Then scarce the fail. Now make the thing go to 28.5. Now the real tragedy is that then come up by right now not be so. Then they think they don't mind. In period they don't mind. If it's when they add 1,000. The people themselves go just make am 26. So people don't go feel and they miscalculate. As they add down the NSF put a straight, all man sell now 28.5. Price spike, it creates problem. Not to so you regulate the sector. There are people. So like I come back to my point. When you don't see now, you don't begin to say, okay, they can tell you if me not be PRA, you they tell them at their face. Now 4 Lions so na be the make. Yeah, I be gonna say let's go. Now left 2 Lions. This na Iran war. Now left 2 Lions. Who said they let we own? But what if you for lead by example, you the government, make like you the left. Then, wait, not to just one component, maybe they take all. Then why we decision, you begin take like 5 cents, 2 cents, where you catch all. So by the time you do it, government don't pull like 2.5. In fact, there is a component where they call themselves this freight something, I think component 10 in a corrupt money. You know then supply chain. Therefore don't pull on this. Therefore don't delete. There's a way to don't obliterate and long, but they still left on it. You understand? Enough to post for DD. So if we really so then I make PRA don't begin hide the formula now. If we cross-examine this formula, President will allow we cross-examine this formula. Good. By the time you know it, fairly go up to even with the young one at 30 millions.
Edmond.
So you dey tell the oil markets before you can Khadija, the OMCs, so where they see the OMC, the dealers, una self make una own. At least una left 1.5. We said they left 1.5, but they left 2. So if you don't take 3.5, by rights fail for go down. This is not too magic. What are they talk? So not to theory, not to textbook are they talk. This is just practical, just learn for let's go. When you let's go, nine they up with the other economy. So you self land for let's go, then you self for land for let's go, then the transport ministry, the keke okada, we self will all begin talk to we self. Okay, law should try self. At least you will be feel safe for keke from Usai from Chaka Stevie Street to Red Pump. If you take and tell you, no make can tell you so yeah, if you take and tell you, but we'll get a transport ministry when they communicate. Then wait no more than like for announce price increments. So you find out see.
But that ministry they perform so well now the chief minister and performance contract.
Anyway, I don't want to go to that. But once no more they say, as at this point, Fambulem, yes, feel for go up, agree. But law land for sutra we safe. Law we all land for law we all land for let's go. Government force ready for let's go. Again, for back to waiting doc they say, you for land for cut down your spending. President Bio, you travel, cut and down. Khadija, maybe when I tell me waiting, wait, okay, me not say me na munkwa come on mafulka. When I tell me waiting the Ministry of how you call them, resident minister Western area they do. How when last one I ever hear about that? That's a job lot. You're not supposed to forget that ministry, the president Bio for deleter. You get certain ministry, the now agency when they do absolutely nothing. Cut down. So because the more you travel, President Biona, the more you go to Forex. And they say you the chief more. Because not to Lyon see the go with. So cut your coat according to your size. You don't need for announcing the austerity for political purposes. Just cut your coat according to your size. Secondly, they count to the revenue. So many leakages is in there around, even at the mining sector. I was shocked when SLRS they say some Chinese motor car they pass 1 dozen and all I see. Then I just example for tell you see these are leakages, different a pothole. So what do you government for do for let you mobilize more revenue on the fiscal side? Go after because if you see begin go after them predictable revenue there, so when a lifeline product them, you they create problem that the economy and they make you get inflation. So begin for instance the marine sector. You're supposed to forget something like about 40 projection, economic production. You're supposed to forget something like about $40 million. Now you need to get up to 20 or 25. Why? Because you get too many poaching, stealing, illegal fishing in marine waters. See what you used to do for police that side. Then you can generate more revenue. These are all the real sector. These are all revenue streams that when you government for go after. When you not go after them because what to make it final say they go after this one and telecommunication. Because it's easy. No, so yeah, it's predictable. Easy. They need strain for getting money.
Then just one to add to it in Edmond, they say the government actually in tax increase. If you look at that infrastructure development fund,
yeah, from June to January.
Yes, before this Iran war, now been $2.50 per liter for petrol.
Exactly.
Now 3.44 or so. Yes. So they make more money.
This is excise duty.
Yes.
Another power to the legislature. I tell you, I say this they introduced after the COVID, the how you call them, the coronavirus. You understand? No corona, no Ebola. When I interview me on this now after Nyan Escoma they introduced this one. So wait it and doc, if you watch this, as of June to January, they even jack the figure down. This very instant, when I tell 25, anybody they watch them. January, Khadija, maybe when I would pay attention to the figure there also. As of January na 25. Now if I not reach to na 2, then every day as June, every day 3. As of January, they make out 2. So this is a figure they will play with.
So I'm Doc.
They will play with them figure.
Economist before we come back to Edmond. Based on all the figures they are don't reveal this morning, it clearly shows the government they cheat citizens.
In a sense, because one for now, just for repeat what I said just now, when they increase the price in March, the fuel price in March, automatically they increase the infrastructure development fund when one of the taxes. We've been expecting them for actually lower because for cushion for reduce the impact of the price increase. So it been there $2.50 per liter for petrol. January, yeah. Yes, before March, January, like you say. Now $3.44. So they gain from this situation. Then once we are the think of is, yes, world market price don't go up, but this increase where the government increase price, now on the existing stock of fuel, what they mean buy at the old price.
Not to let new ship.
Not to, exactly. So they gain. Now, in that sense, then they gain from these situations. Rather
No,
than
apart
lose.
from the gain, sir, that because the man has squeezed the government. So government begin battle between affordability and price increment.
Usman them.
Oda. The dealers, the one makes is there's you know say they create artificial scarcity. Why make MP they do this kind of thing in Libya and they not create doa? Now you know more get mind doa. So they create artificial scarcity, they lock them fuel. So this is boil down to it is super tax. They say, oh, we're getting enough fuel for 50 days. No, you get that. Not so you get that. So once you create that opportunity, not to say government have one for increased tax really. So once they squeeze them, fear, no, they will begin to line. Waiting they happen. Now for Canada the table for car increase. So when you come for car increase, and this is why I get really mad at the PRA. To not be need for church this look doc they say. Now make if you go on my Facebook page, I analyze and not be need for church this figure. Now I always make now that they hide the formula. Then they release again.
Edmond, President Bill no seen from where it came 2018 to now. Put aside the crisis system, the global crisis system, where normally in government people can say that because of global crisis. But President Bill no seem for able to put this particular sector under control in terms of stability. What's in the problem? Is it that you don't get the right set of experts them around that sector there? Because this current PR remand on the day for a very long time. If my memory serves me right, since President Bill take over,
sure.
the finance minister they don't change them. Trade minister they don't change them. What really they have
and what in do self
put this sector
according to the
control.
old PRA Act, it not be for support for the day after 5 years. So what they don't go change the act and call on NPRA, then they extend in time. Then that be the other criminality that they back with them do. But all left that they aside for let it stay. So it continue for the day. Me another problem with Balo, President Bioki wanted the only thing more let do the right thing. Now, like I tell you, the difference between President Bio and Escoma, now that's Bible say if you want for kill the serpent, you get for think, you get for be wise like the serpent. And Escoma in a be player, he don't get shares force before ever they can have power. So in know the sector. Now make it tell you see they can't run like businessman. So it be the knack profit here. So it's a be for say no cost this line. This one now to Bukuma them. They not sabi the business. They not sabi the look-tea around the field. Everyone look TVL, everyone if you behave like a criminal. And the only way they get grip not to buko one, Asabi almost on they go by. We see, okay, forget it. If you see begin tell Takade na Bombay State, if you begin where they go by, you know say I know almost they go by na Bamoiluma, they free the business. So if you want jack the price, they know say, Khadija know this price, oh, so let be careful. So now they begin coil and down force. So the question what they keep asking Pierre, are you not seeing the plot? Don't you know that the price don't plummet, it don't canon at the world market? Doc, if you watch the figure from June, now the survey it can to 630. And a major reduction than the why you not put you down? So it means you need a SIAM. Now it's either you make like SIAM or you didn't compromise with the oil markets for make big profits. Because the situations like this, the reason why they make other people they put their own down, now because situations like this, you're not going able to again because you don't compromise. So the PRA is highly compromised.
Because that's what I want to ask you, say, what you go recommend, say, need for be done at the PRA?
If
the sector, then for really look at what's in they happen, because if like how you they explain, then they watch at how the plats they work. It's either somebody there where they work with the dealers them, not they make the reality come out, then they try for mass under, and the burden come on the people them. What you go recommend, say, need for be done at the PRA currently?
You don't need for be doctor, you don't need for go read economics of finance like Dr. Edmond. Just look at the figure from petrol, 630 of 700, it cannot to 630 as of January. You don't know say price don't candle.
So
maybe you don't need for go down. This time for Naime can say that the exposure than they. So if you never put your own price down, you left your own 27, you make you sell in 27, and mark you then people are then sell to 22. I post them, we all know then sell it. So they will sell at 22. So there is a compromise on the part of PRA. Then number two, like I tell you, the superstructure, the storage facility. Khadija asks about the storage facility. You still not get storage facility. Then people are going to squeeze you. You still not get. The 65,000 where APP gets, okay, it look a bit liberal. Wait, what they say APP, Eco Energy, now in the getter now. It look a bit, so create more on a BOOT model, financing model, or on a PPP, like when they build the airport. Count investor, okay, investor can build. Can build and when you don't build, log go into percentage, like when they do the toll road, we can build at least log more story, can't go na Solima. So President Bio no be look at this side. And then the man there, the dealer they no say, this government not to businessman and not to savvy.
So President Bio no get the right people in this sector. That's not the question I be asking.
No, I don't think so. I not really. Because this is not demand and supply. When you go down, now for put them down. When you go up, now for put them up. Khadija, this is the simple, easy one. You know, this there's you don't need for say, oh, you get for study this fee, you don't need for sabi then figure so. We all know say when Pierre go say okay. Wait, land on this. I beg, Khadija.
Then at the ministry for advice and that ministry.
You think say Supertex not to say economist? Doc no say Supertex na economist.
So why are they not doing the right
But Supertex go can't tell you say, oh, waiting, we get stuck up to you economists need to talk so. So the issue is now they don't tell you say crisis like this, Khadija, you know be need for church that infrastructure cost again. In fact, what would be the expect? The infrastructure cost $1 now. If then get one argument right, yes, fail for go 35 proportionately. Pierre can't tell you back again, they can't sit on a radio television, they say, well, we reduce them, but no, they reduce them proportionately. Meaning, if it cannot by 20%, when they say loan are reduced by 20%, but at least 15%, no so doc. That's how go no so na they sutra the people. But when the fuel cannot by 20-25%, una just pull 5%. That is not proportionate. That's a reduction only. And President Bio they see. President Bio they watch television, they watch who say Edmond, they talk say doctor, they also. So they take and say, and the reason why they make a say sometimes Edmond too ugly. Edmond don't take for this business. President Bio no go. Okay, what about the opposition? So now make you see when he said they tempt the opposition, say, una grab. And they continuously attempt they say una grab because una get voice past Edmond and Doc. Una get voice if una put on a foot down, say you know what, this is a crisis system. You have this infrastructure, una cut and on to 1 bar, but this is not 3.44. Not say they pull 2. If you pull 2 now, so pan petrol, fear long go 30 million first. Exact. And the opposition get heavy voice. But if you guys say, yeah, this election, this not gonna be so. That is nonsensical nonsense.
So then an accomplice.
Now they care opposition. Now because look, not everyone has done them increase data, you see them do anything. Then go just talk no more, then get 1, 2. But like that energy, I mean, we see them vibe, the energy where they put, we can pa electoral justice, we can pa what you call that electoral commissioner, no for waiting. You see them get energy.
They're asking for.
No, because the issue
will change if they put
no,
weights now.
No, that's you. If them put weights now. Now these people want this is the church people. In fact, you go find out say watch. Yeah, I know they kind of radio tell. I don't need for be popular. I don't want popularity. I don't want one drag. I want get outside the drag. But when you talk this, you the church people, politician. Now watch the flag bearer. Watch them, doc. Watch them. Good. If they talk about this.
Me a flag bearer.
No, I'm just saying. No, what shall I say? No, what shall I say? Okay, not to doctor. I'm just saying.
No, I keep that side out, but go ahead.
Maybe in Khadija, they know say whether might be the opposition. They know them how they be the talk. Hey, they take the APC back to back, like almost every month. One mean on issues. They work out on issues. Now that mean one let this APC for they do them. Not to just you political, selfish political interest. So what they say? You they see them, watch them. So photo shoot flag behind them. Now this them for the talk. When Edmond they talk, so the public out there they like Edmond. Oh, you don't need for like Edmond because Edmond not going for go stand election. Edmond go talk, but if me a politician, I mean a flag bearer, take this thing. Maybe wanna give me airtime. President Bio, look at this thing. Now so. My brother. You get more political capital than where Edmond talk. This is the point. Because this is politics. So already judges have had them they do there. Now for let people they know say, hey, the bread and butter akara, the bread and butter, you know, then you see people in the college JJ there, where Khadija did the interview. Hey, okay, JJ get all the solution. When they put her there now wolulu. Now, yeah, fiscal surveillance. Now, it's not now, you don't begin to entertain President Bio back. What am I saying? You see what JJB did do? This is not mind game. Politician, you get for be savvy. My brother, I have been in the, I'm more than 50. I don't, as I be them people, yeah. Then too, when you want for political capital, this is what you make. After you talk about, president of WAP, this is not a mandate. If anything you do safe, you get for be rooted in law. What did they do so? Do law. Electoral justice was not inclusive. Electoral justice not to be constitution, not to be law. Now be just political, now be arrangement. They don't even there. All the we all know they work at the own. Now be there no more than go lock and say, they say tripartite. Tripartite was not inclusive. What me antenna sanama bolonto? We really interested in now. Transport don't go up. Jeep don't go up. That person get picking, they get two picking them. The salary need to go up. How this thing go for? How it affects them? For me, this is why I said there are people within governance, both on both sides, who are not sensitive to the plight of the people. You got to be sensitive. Look at yourself. Look at yourself. Be as a mayor. Let me tell somebody the other that tell Mike Bear, they go paper now. One, like be a plat. I said, Mike, that like be a plat. When the man went higher, now me can some contract follow go do. Edmond don't also me pocket boss Lexus. The guy don't go get money. Me say go now go do the thing small. I say, Brian. So not talk about plebeian and formula as no one. So the issue is, let we learn for let's go. The transporters, maybe, because all this, they get a pass-through effect on the transport. Now, you know, also don't maybe Khadija. They go buy bus. Waka find bus. They say, Lumley to CBD. The poda, the commercial, in they take 5. Calabaton to CBD, in they take 5. You, government boss, will have $7 million for sutra people there. Now, free money will go up and roll back grants. Then you make them. You grab now, you make an out 10 news. Is that right? Then, as they say, fear long go up to 28. Now you force put your price up. I mean, maybe you go say I hate. I'm not get no regret. I'm not get no apology. You go say I hate President Bill, but this is not right. Not to you for doa. You now government boss. Not to you force for increased price. If you force to increase, what do you expect the keke Okada for do? Now tell me back. In fact, you don't tempt now, say let themselves begin. And the keke them, for me, this is where I really want to made me them. Not to the fuel products, not the problem. Now the effect we get on the transport price, on Ogre and Bala, now they make, now in Edmond, now they hang me at. And when you look at the crisis in the Middle East, it don't begin to reach a tipping point. America not seems for able Iran. And we don't know when this thing will last. What if today we wake up, they say fuel price don't go to 150? Can go begin to mama? So Lord begin weather the storm. We're not here to make anybody look bad, but President Bioduya with the big. Mamuto one with the big. This excise duty, una pull panam. The oil marketers, Duya. Ekate una folios they be make. Khadija maybe when I quote Edmond on this, for the past 2 years, the more profit they make as dealers, they don't ever make another one whole dunya life. Now make a final say they even want build the proliferation of fuel station. You know, now the other way Balua they say, can you imagine? They say fuel longer up, you say you put moratorium on illegal. It shows that what they say the man is incompetent. It shows that you get illegal stations. But guess what? They're illegal station and then they back the sutra people in Baku. So you don't need Dante. Why you forget a station where you don't know say this one registered, this one unregistered again? And fuel station not like Poyobafa, where you be no more just like that. So what are we saying? It's still exposed to PRA. President Bio, for all you do, just left Balua the no more. Let do it. But let do the right thing. You know, even care I did it, I know did it, but if they do the wrong thing, they go, they talk now to me and doc, they put the price, the formula, the man in a Minister of Finance will come back again and do it, please, we don't hide this formula. If now, like way it don't go to 25 now, what are the drivers? Doc, you go know? You don't know.
All right, Edmond, let me come to the economist quickly. Edmond don't reveal a lot. Yes. We clearly don't show some of the things and this we make really hardship there on the citizen them. And now the economy no seem for the under control. President we are not able to get this sector righted since we take over governance in 2018. As an economist, if you find yourself in their solution, in their position there, how you navigate your way through so that the ordinary citizen them, because right now the World Bank Economic Outlook report they show say the youth sector alone need over 75,000 jobs. We're not even there.
Yes. We for fight corruption. Like Edmond may not need to talk about some instances of corruption. He mean they talk about corruption at the fuel sector, but corruption they all say. Not just the fuel sector. Corruption they everywhere. They pay revenue collection, they pay spending. So the government for fight corruption.
What do government they miss by the fight against corruption? Because also the first and this you don't mention inside the breakfast show this morning. What's in they miss?
I don't think they're committed for fight corruption. They're not committed. If we get committed,
they're not committed.
they no one fight corruption.
Because when they see the ACC can show receipts and say, then they do recoveries, then they go courts and all of that. Waiting at the aspects when they miss.
I think they're not really. We need a leadership we committed for fight corruption, and we go lead by example, not just by words. Leadership by example for fight corruption. Then one, the government for cut wastage. We don't talk about the foreign spending. The foreign visits, then foreign boku foreign trips. When I did the small dollars, then they go. They for cut down and they severely. Then for reduce the size of the government, the ministers then too boku, the public agencies then too boku. They for cut them all. The presidential appointees then too boku. They for cut them because then they do the same work as the minister. You get presidential appointee for environment, for gender, for this. Then you get minister for them same areas and they back. And you minister now for be you advisor. So you don't need them presidential appointees. Then they yes. Then for create the environment where genuine private investment go flourish. People who really want to do business. Go come in and get the confidence for do business. Right now, people are not get confidence for do business as alone. One, because the judiciary is not independent. If a businessman get problem, he take the matter to court. The judges they're not independent. Now a phone call and go decide the case. So therefore, make the judiciary independent. Yes, and therefore provide basic infrastructure, especially electricity. Yes, so these are some of the key policies that we need for implement for let things go before in this country.
All right, a lot of messages are coming. Some could ask several questions to the two studio guests. Like we apologized earlier. Yes, I will not be able to read on a message. To the one for you some time for reading a message so that the guests go answer the questions them we on other acts. We go watch the message we don't come in so far. The very first one I go look at from Amadou Kagbo. It said Dr. Davies, during the APC regime, the economy was on life support because salaries were paid on bank overdrafts, which is a loan that is not the case now. So this economy is not on life support. The inflation rate has dropped from 17 to single digits of 6. The exchange rate has been stable for almost 2 years. Why do you think the finance minister has been awarded the best finance minister by the African Leadership magazine? As an APC flag bearer aspirant, they should not be invited to analyze because they are speaking like propagandists, which we know the APC for.
All right, this one from Ibrahim Stephen Koma. They say, I'm hearing Dr. Davies saying that oil companies, stock dealers are making more profit on their old stock. But you forgot that when the world market prices rise up, the stock at hand must be raised as well so that you can be able to go and buy enough quantity.
All right, to look at more messages. This one from Rosato Kamarafula. I say, what has he said that offends the government? You can what can you say about the economy and what is happening now in Sierra Leone?
All right, more messages. We don't come. This one from Lolo Gasparini. They say the opposition and themselves no more than care about, but they don't care about the people. It's sad.
Ibrahim Steven Skroma say Edmond is very professional and knowledgeable in his field of civil activism. He criticizes with great passion for the ordinary people, not to like political economists them where they call them.
Tijan M. Kaikai. I really admire Edmond Abu on his knowledge of real dealings in the country.
All right, look at more messages we don't come in. This other message again from Zeta, it said, Monabu, you are one of the many Sierra Leoneans who are responsible for the predicament of the country, but we, the well-meaning Sierra Leoneans, will put you guys to strict scrutiny.
All right, quickly on YouTube. This one from Kube, they say, if you become the president, will you have a commission of inquiry for the past government? I think this now for Dr. Davies.
This one says, government and the OMCs are listening and taking into consideration what Mr. Edmond Abu has always advised. Things must have been much more better.
All right, this other one, they say, the day we will be sincere to ourselves as Sierra Leonean is the day this country move forward. Politicians, they always play the lives of the citizens.
This one from Mahmoud Ba, it says, when you have a bloated wage bill, there is limited funding for infrastructure projects. I agree with Doc. A lot of positions in the government are duplicates.
Well, somebody says so too, Dr. Davies. The judiciary is not independent and the government is not ready to fight corruption because they are all corrupt. God bless Dr. Davies.
All right, this other one, they ask, can Edmond please say what it costs to have a storage facility for a country?
All right, the last one we will take from Tijan M. Kaikai is say all what Edmond Abu is saying about this fuel issue, we were dragging our feet. Now look at the problem.
And Tijan Kaikai again say, I really admire Edmond for his knowledge on the fuel dealings in the country.
All right, from the messages, and they come back in the studio and engage with studio guests them. And we're gonna go just start with you, Edmond, for response to some of them comments. Then they.
Okay. Firstly, this person they talk about. I like this person question. What did they cost the government for, or what did they cost for get storage facility? Well, firstly, let's just educate the public. We total capacity on 230,000 metric ton of storage now get. So we need more for that textile. It varies, but I think say on the cheap side, you can get something like about $1 million per metric ton. You understand? And we need to store more storage for the marine oil and kerosene. Even the kerosene, being with the way how did they do them? Now one game post don't do them for the past 20 years. So that they said they get for put them. So the for cost of storage really, other company they bill more. Others don't bill more. How you call them? I mean, that's a different bill more, the other hand they bill more, but government is for billions, sir. So it costs something like about $1 million or less per metric ton. So let's say, for instance, you want like a government wants $100,000 of storage. You can do until BOT, government not get that money there because like I say.
Because that's what I ask you, say, if that will be a priority right now, if they're able for fund them.
You able, yes, but not just like the toll road na BOT. The airports na BOT, build, own, operate and transfer. So you can able not to government the pool from your money now, but you go take somebody and then can bill them. Then this other person is to cut down. Okay, I think most of the question there. Okay, the effect on the people, of course, fuel like composite demand. It gets so many effects. So the only thing no more do me the big, are the big old man. Me are the P, which I can answer now for can big. Are the big old man, the keke rider. The Okada rider, the bus driver, you understand? We get a lackluster transport ministry. Up to now, we not see. You see, this is not the problem. This I wish una can go and interview the transport minister, and the transport price it get for be proportionate. If you're not proportionate, let it just adjust. This is not the time we need for negotiate with him. Then there's I take one keke now 5,000 happy. You understand? Then let's go. But this not like constantly they engage, go to the parks them and beg them, say, na so. Tell the police them. If possible, these are the times when government got for call the policeman now. Because the police they harass them. You understand? This is not the solution. So you they get a give-go system. Because you know when they continue, if you increase, then police they harass them, then you expect the keke and the bikes enough for you need to work like that. So you let's go. Government on your side, just like what they say, do ya? Government need for reduce on some of the taxes there, so like cut down some of them. Then of course, like I tell you again, government get for pay attention to the plant, almost the price cost. Again, Famulem, PL don't go up now the world market. Yes, it's supposed to go up, but all land for let's go. If we not land for let's go, we no go into mama. Thank you very much. Then again, I tell you now about that person. Yeah, when you go protest now. You right. Death to America, but not use the grey, white, and blue. Because when you use the grey, white, and blue, Mr. Foreign Affairs Minister, pay attention to this. When I see government, America don't ban we. For the way Khadija not do, maybe not do. America don't ban we. For somebody in your own waiting. Tomorrow, let one look and begin to they want after people in back in America. Say, oh, not gonna use white and blue and that's to America. Trump no the joko, Trump no to my regular. So do you let pay attention. When you want protest, go protest as a Shiite or Sunni, go protest. Say that, but not use white and blue. Do you a big? Already we get so many issues in the country.
On the fuel again, Edmond, if governments not listen to some of them suggestions here, what you don't make this morning, what you the foreseen at the sector if the Middle East crisis continue?
Well, we will continue to see this artificial scarcity. You know, see this scarcity in Liberia. You know, see in Ivory Coast. You know, see in Guinea. We'll continue for see because demand and then get the storage and then get the distribution. Government able for invest. So we'll continue for see that. And the more they create that situation there for the government, it is sometimes not all time government can get appetite for increase really. To be fair enough with them, but not can get choice. They can tell you it's a choice between availability, affordability, and increment of price. Because when they squeeze you, they don't lock the station. And now the new one, the backward and coward for supposed to try, we then say don't join the cartel now. You see, so that's a sad state. So for me, if I'm in a period like cartel now, maybe this not a state sector. This not conman sector. You were the regulator. If for me super conman, you know, in economies they also call docs more assuasion. You get so many things the way you make like. Okay, if you don't do this, I do this to you. I get this for you. You say I did this to you. Then do unto Zala. When Zala puts a price on, then they begin go after her. They say Zala they cause fake fuel. Zala they invade tax. They begin to intimidate Zala. So people they want put the price on, doc. You imagine people they want put the price down. Somebody go. The footages are there. They say one put and nobody they threaten with. Where they you didn't see the post where they threaten. They go no more say hey, put it if you not sell so. In fact, up to now, maybe Khadija, up to now, one station, they say Edmond one sell, but we just watch no more. They can't get it. You as a regulator, you put surveillance now. What the government for do? This not ceiling, no, not ceiling, but you can sell below. PR, if you come on a PR, not to Edmond months. If you want for sell, somebody go say, okay, this na fast month. Are they gonna I call a pre bonanza? That's how they can start. Then when once as it's in started, you see the other hand there. Because take for instance, I don't care, maybe one station put a price down before the Mara the other not put it. That's so all my put a price on a regent. So wait till that trade they continue, you see they put the price down. Simple as that. You don't need forfeit them. So now you said begin thing like Conman Institute, you Conman measure pay the go down.
Right.
You go down last year.
Doc, you get message and response to?
Yes, maybe and Khadija. Thanks for getting out the message. I want to tell Famble and say, first of all, the biggest risk with this economy face, or one of the big risks with this economy or this country face, we not even don't talk about how much. Now the risk that Salon will become a narco state. A narco state is states controlled by drug dealers. So we will not lose sight of that. Some of them, they say exchange rate looks stable and the like. Assessment is that there's a lot of drugs money floating in Salon. We know say they don't take Salon now as a major hub for trafficking drugs. So now we know that's a big danger to this country.
What statistics so they reference?
The West African Commission on Drugs, the USAID report, there are so many reports we don't mention Salon or don't cite Salon as a drug trafficking hub, together with some other West African countries there. So that's a big deal. And we say they see them. They see how drugs they affect the youths, but that's not just the consumption side. But then there's also the smuggling and trafficking side out. So we get out.
How did they lose sight of that?
Well, that's a question for government, but we'll not see any action. Yeah.
So you say one thing where the citizen them for pay attention to now, for let the country not become a narco state.
Yes.
It don't reach to that point where the state slowly they drive.
The fear say we head in that direction.
What to bring about the fear aside
because
the reports the way
the reports and if you talk to anybody in the streets of Freetown or Salon, everybody know it in the gun at the country. People that know. Yes, not so secret.
Yeah. But normally they can say in any economy where drugs the flow, the economy not supposed for bad.
Well, now that sentence make it goes still bad because not to everybody they benefit and not a good thing in the first place. But that drugs money, they contribute to the stability of the exchange rate. That's now my own assessment. So let us not take them as a victory or something for be happy about. There is a big danger behind all this. So now one key point or message or way family for bear in mind. People that know about this anyway, so it's not to.
So people that know, Doc, that will make her ask you the question. The security sector, what really then they do about this? Because if reports then equity don't cite so the project Sierra Leone for being a narco state, then the security sector supposed to be worried.
Well, everybody's supposed to be worried. Every Sierra Leonean is supposed to be worried. Every true meaning patriotic Sierra Leonean supposed to be worried. Me worried. I should say yourself go worry if you not been aware of this, or when you don't become aware of this, you go worry. Khadija and Mabel and Edmond, of course. Edmond very knowledgeable. You go know all that here.
Stories, Doc. We don't need any stories. We don't need any stories about assassination.
Yes.
Assassinating people.
Yes.
The Alan Jallo case, although police no ever come out it and say something tangible to the public.
Yes.
And now just they talk about drug bill on them living in Sierra Leone.
That are the fear we all get. And the fear that we all for be worried. You know. That are big threats to the country. To the economy, not just not just an economic problem, a social problem, a national problem. Then we all for be worried. Yes. Then to some of the other questions, I don't really come for comparing Escoma in government to BO in government. I mean, things there are lapses, or there were lapses even in an Escoma in government. So not to be a perfect government, and this is a perfect government. So now people already say this being happen during an Escoma, this not happen now, and all the rest of it. But on the whole, an Escoma in government may far better than this government. The economy be much stronger. Prices. I repeat the example of this primary school teacher where within salary you go get 5 bag rice, I mean able to buy 5 bag rice during an Escoma in time, but now na 2.5 bag rice they buy. Yes, so that will not follow. These are just facts. Then I agree with Edmond and the viewers. Then we say the opposition for the talk more, but then social issues there, are there economic issues there?
The opposition.
Well, me they talk. I'm here. I don't come officially as an opposition figure, but take this opportunity for talk about something where they affect the lives of ordinary people, like you say.
Doc, now in the whole, yeah?
Yes.
2018 to now 2026.
Yes.
How you go categorize salon economy under the BO-led administration? The good, the bad, and the ugly side of them?
The good, before where they now is that salon get potential. That don't get anything to do with the present government or the past government. Salon get a lot of potential still. We get all the minerals them. We don't talk about gold, diamonds, bauxite. We get fisheries, we get other natural resources, we get forestry, we get tourism attraction. So that are the good, but they're not linked to the BO government or to the past government. That's just the natural factor.
Administration, no good side, no day of the economy.
They probably announce a few things will be for be good if they may achieve them. They announce free education, but it turned out not for be free. It turned out for be still expensive because parents then they pay for exam fees. Then they pay all kind of fees besides tuition fees. So they announce feed salon is good for feed salon, but the people they starve. People in the big street, and they know the country still import a lot of food. So I wonder who that feed salon they feed. So then they announce a few things very good, but the implementation terrible. That's how the problem. And the bad and the ugly, drugs. Now one problem with the face that this country every affect all aspects of your life, the economy or social life or the young people, the more people and they die in the streets. Youths and they die, they see they pass that it's so foot, and if don't they die in a street. So the bad, that ain't too bad, that ain't too ugly, that ain't horrible. If I don't know screw what you're going to use for translate horrible, you know. So things tough. And the opposition, as Edmond is saying, as some viewers then say, then we for the talk about them things there.
So you're the unofficial opposition.
Me not official.
He's an aspirant.
Yes, me not an aspirant. Me not yeah.
The big market you.
Okay.
So back
Under
to
the APC, right?
Yes.
Oh, congratulations.
this is
Congratulations.
2026.
Yes.
You know, say 2028, the nation for going to elections.
Yes.
As an economist,
Yes.
what you go say government need for do within this short period? We know say they're not go fix something, but for make things better.
Let them reduce the size of the government. Let them cut the number of ministers into less than 20. You need about probably 16, 17 ministers only.
This is what you politicians say when
Would
you're
that-
in opposition.
Me,
President Bio now said the same thing when he was in opposition, and here you are now. They
Spend like a
recommend the
donkey,
same
say
thing.
me, we are lectured for many years at Fabi College. I don't work abroad. I get a strong reputation for being a man of integrity, for being a man of your word.
And you never take government money.
I never take government money.
If commission,
Not me, I clean.
So not clean man.
Edmond, let's candidate please.
Edmond, coming back to this fair issue, it's really serious because now with all the struggles we the citizen they go through, for example, now you pay Guma Valley for care water for you. Guma they say they not get diesel. EDSA, it be they already in a bad state. Yesterday we see them pull timetable for begin do load shedding. We no say government they get car power ship fuel. Fuel no dey. At that situation, the government and the people of Sierra Leone fend themselves now.
One of the things the way the PRA for don't do, because we go to call fuel oil. Fuel oil, na the time and machine that they use, 9 car power they use. It's really, really high. They put them very, very like they always say Malanco red, but mine not the same. But they don't. So again, the economic crunch they buy is Khadija all over, including America. That I can tell now for sure. You know, so governments in business, wait till me the big president be in government. Number one, president be stop this travel, minimize your travel, cut down on your budget, cut down on your public spending, cut down in a whole lot. You see, economy just about like mortal man. If things they go tough, if that man plans go buy 2-3 cake and they cut down according to how they earn. So for me, I think say one of the things that we mean if they not take away now, if anything they will talk where the government not see or where the public not see, President Bio cut down. In fact, even the fair cheat where they give people now, if you plan give a public official 40 liters per week, cut them down to 10 liters per week. Because most of them are burden. And already, for instance, they pay paramount chief them. Being a paramount chief picking. But the money we spend to and mark you, this not be ever in our budget, so they don't introduce all down in the budget for convenience. Cut down. So let government begin to spending cut. Recently, Dramani Mahama, what he don't do? You know, now they don't institute. He say, imagine, Dramani Mahama is doing very, very, very well than we. But you don't cut some of them tears, because when once you see begin cut down, you begin reduce you don't begin cut down on your spending, maybe then you don't get pressure again for the tax bracket need to open because you don't know, so you don't begin cut down. But when once you see you're not able to cut down on them public spending, and they find out say the tax bracket is wide open. If I defend all, if I even be able to for tax the oxygen, like that. So that is why government for ready now. Do you? Me at the big. Me I not say I ugly. I not say me I not sabi talk. I not say me I war. But they are president deal. Do you? Cut down some. Look at wait. Like I go now one instance. Now they ask for statistics. I told I say Western area. Resident minister Western area. From where they no one they talk nothing. They are not doing absolutely anything. So many things that the president Bio don't do good, of course. For instance, he don't liberalize the sector a little. We get more, they don't give more license, unlike today, that this particular sector. You understand? You don't get much more players than now. And PRA don't make it easy for like possible get petrol station, which is also good. But the big elephant in the room, they're still not able for get storage. Don't talk about narcotic. You see, I want to say something where I hate for C, but I need for C. Economies nowadays, almost all economies, including America, you know, drugs not way bad. The drugs we really they against. Now that's small drugs, and then kush, then small one. Khadija maybe real narco economy. Doc, maybe I will disagree with you on this. In fact, it is stabilized economy. In the old exchange rate, because one thing that drugs is that narcotic, pomanitica. You see, they say one small half one 500,000. So me no know. That na money man they take her. And when they the worker, na the sea. You understand? It generates. Doc, I wanna let you take this to that textbook. I wanna learn new economic. You understand? Eh? Mm-hmm. When you look at the America. You look at them Trump. Two more decisions on drug money. No, this is a fact. The way you can act for talk. You understand? Me problem what get to this government and some of them government they are so that when you make the drug money, you begin put them for me. I imagine if me be finance minister Khadija, drug money, then narcotic. And then talk about them push away the kilo. Then one the way they go for take and until the world done. Then money man drug them. But and they make sure say the gun in the wet. And they take that money on the informal sector on the sideline. I begin pump loan there. Let money there. 50 fata all side. The all man gets. You understand? And not to the real economy. Not to the
so the one the way allegedly they do right now, they don't sabi do them well.
No, if I was the finance minister, they don't sabi do them well. How you do them? Because I tell you so that dog, they're narcotic, pomanitica. The real narcotic economy, pomanitica. America do now. America when they get mixed with one the one look one drug baron. He look at this recently again pardon. Because the man they know what the man they couch to her. So some of them say a lot say for instance you get like $3 million, get 16 political district. You understand? You check that money there. You say okay, you know it's on all body if Edmond was the finance minister, on all body count $500,000. On a can put on his baskets.
Maybe the finance minister not aware of some of them here.
Well, now because you know sabi the street economy. This economy they see so you get forget the street economy. If you really get not to the book, the one way doctors that street economy indeed.
So Edmond, in all of this crisis, where the
me not born again believer, I need to take drugs, I need to smoke safe. Let us not miss it. I'm just talking about how to make the go wet. Yes, Khadija, sorry. So man go be giving say Edmond a drop me on.
So in all of these crisis, petroleum crisis, where the country they go through now, what's the role of the media? What's in the media for playing this?
Yes, the media. I think we need for educate the media more. The media not to understand. Now, now make us say what native consultant of late. What native consultant for educate the media. So now go ask the right question. I get bloggers there, I get media where they take time. I get money within the APC where I take me time for calculating here to them. Some of them don't understand now. Then they pass 1 million man march. You understand? So we roll now for educate the public. So if Khadija don't understand, say like what we talk now, say government look me sabi Khadija. So anything with the host any one of them say why you increase this one? They not able to answer that question then the next thing I want to Khadija for the ask now, ask the PRA. This price the formula where give way and back. What you drive the price at 35? Yes, we agree. Yes, Iran would. Yes, it's justifiable. So we all would in now for educate the media. Recently, when governments do well on this of decentralizing, which is marvelous. Una all see, I call me back. I say we need for support government on this. Government do a lot of things away good. Yeah, if it good. Khadija, I will be the force. Now, me going to go force myself say that I want the public know. Now, me antina sana ma bolontono for common kabala. Matu. It did it taking driving license, taking vehicle, which is very fantastic by the bio-led government. I like that, and I give compliment to them. But me brother sister, most of the things the way the government they do on this macro, on this major side, on this superstructure, government really need for. They really need to look at the street economy. They really need to look at the thing them. So
the office economy no more.
The street economy. Okay, let's go now with the street economy. Before now, before 1960, you know to British man they harass them gambler them. Gambling now, you know say gamble illegal. gambling is illegal. But when the government, the British government comes to, it's like say this gamble business. Money they do. And then begin tax. If you ever be no say they play mercury openly, suddenly now you know to be get. Now waiting government do, okay, you know waiting on a camera. If they tell you the tax way gambling, betting company, now they don't book. That now called street economy. You know the money. So also with narcotic, as much as I need the income, but if you don't know say this thing illegal, you dey do am one carry, not to the one way they affect them cushion, not to them small and then long play, then 2-4, not to them they are the talk. Then the government for crack down on that heavily. Government for make sure say you have the center, you know, for entertainer at any one stretch. But maybe Khadija, that one where the money man did they take. What did they take na America, na Lebanon, na India? Then cocaine. Then they, if na me na finance minister, they interfere the bra. On a car. This is not normal, this is not a formal one on a car. This is the informal economy. On a car puts this thing on a car. No, with the soon and the sea. So you know it on a cam.
But you know if that did happen.
Yeah, because that's how I feel.
You know that.
They said that Dutch man did.
Edmond.
What do you say? What do you say?
Well, they say they. Evidence they don't say they say they. That
so they happen, I mean, you don't know.
Yeah, well, so when I make they say if it happen, so now few pocket the money they go. Because they say no, this no exposure. Let me be Khadija no. Well, for me, if I mean the finance minister, they say you know what thing. Come on, I don't mainstream this thing because right now the guns, I want the guns soak. You know, it's splash. Okay, maybe that's thing. Just give people a loan all over the place. If you see the place they wet, so man,
so
I
now you dream dandy. Now you dream dandy.
This is not you. You know the problem. That this book plenty.
Maybe they like coming here briefly. The big danger with narcotics and with drug dealers is that they can take over the state.
Edmond say not to book.
No, so these are practical things. They can take over the state. You see what happened in Mexico when they kill one of them drug dealers. Them, you see the kind of violence will happen when they then just go on in supporters them. Then just go on the rampage, begin to burn cars, then kill people.
Mexico,
the risk of allowing drugs for spread, not just the one way they take in the country, but for using the country as a drug trafficking hub, is one bad reputation. The country reputation.
Yeah, true, but what illegally?
Wait.
You don't institutional.
No, not to one person. I know they refer to one person. It can spread. It can even get worse than it be now. And then they can take over the state. That are the biggest danger. They can take over key state institutions. That are the biggest danger.
Yeah, I want to tell you something. Doc, I want to upgrade a little. You know, say them guy they almost before now for the past 20 years. You know, say them they all over. When I remember that cocaine when they say na chemo see the counter. You see, say na till this thing starts. Or you think say Solomon Bear them money they be the give.
But we need for stop.
Yeah, no. That's what you say. Not to today. This that where Edmond. Me don't go to jail for. I don't write against drug from Pakabite and can go.
We will find some candidates.
I'm against it. But the issue is the issue is the thing they like you don't know say now say. This year, America, the only Panama. But you know, they make like settle. You know, settle like the ground. And now, the West Coast, they use. Now, this West Coast, now, the traffic thing. You understand? This time from shipment. And sometimes, you know, to say you country.
Anyways,
what you do now, you interfere. But I want money, me country want money. What you do now, you begin reduce tax. You go to the other Jebu side and go catch money there. Jebu economics.
Anyway, it looks at this.
No, this is how America they operate. You go shop on
for investigation.
Okay, but when you go Rwanda, now Rwanda they need no what to make that man prosperous. The man go thief timber. Nadia Congo, they go thief diamond. Then the man inside in country, they count. When you just one time I go to the airport, the dollar just kind of more jet, kind of na Kigali, boom. Then they offload. Oh, dollar they flow. And this man na landlocked country, the man no get no minerals. Guess what? They say the man get the best economy. The citizens they cannot say waiting the man involved back. There is no state capture, but the man able for sutra, able go take so able go jebu. And You dey compare Rwanda and Salon. You were not the pan drugs, so you were not the pan for go 50 man other country. You in at the best. They don't look and say they are the best. So why you not go for goal? So let's say you are aspirant now. You see how they control them, how they control gambling.
Okay.
Economy. The street economics, they don't forget them.
We go first.
Street economics.
We just hope
That's what you need for the country to bring all this. Because of street economy.
No, for investigation.
Edmond not hearing something.
As I tell you, there's small drugs them, 224, long play, molly, there's small one there. Attacker, feta. Then you know for Jokuta. You for feta with every
But
fiber.
drugs not drugs.
Then when I don't want to get a wrong. When I need adult education, but now they want to get a wrong.
But there are implications to the state.
Well, this is the thing. The implication, the narco, the one way there. When I be there, you go be come up. You see poverty car. You create, you get the money. Then they get for take and say the dunya door. So what is I don't tell about gambling. The man on the economy, I need money. I don't know say well when they say okay gamble I make a legal now. Come.
But how we go use drugs money for run estate? Drugs money for run estate.
You know to make God hey, but now this country day. The 2007 election, where someone bear the campaign, the command they were CBN, they have if I be money, and they be the supporter.
Then not to people begin to suspect politicians they will get money, please. Wrap up the program. Wrap up the program now.
The money they have to stop people to say
So for Edmond, as the state one.
Yeah.
not to the one. Not to the one.
No, but
not to the state one. Now, how you make these people their life better? I don't mean that.
With dirty money.
When we go Rwanda, what I see, it make me mind about economics. Now, no see, I textbook with the land. What me see na Rwanda, what I see America they do. America, this America, what they make like say this and that they fair do. What I see na Nigeria, you go shock over. You know, I guess what they happen in Nigeria, where any opposition break, any governor will break, they get $5 million. That's I say, what's this money they come up? So it don't take like almost half of the governor there. So APC assure say they will win the next elections. Who said this money?
Not Nigeria because it's not to APC na salon.
No, I'm talking about the APC Nigeria.
Yeah, there's no for be clear.
The next question is marking against security. The next question is who said it at the beginning? Who said this money? How this man get the money? And they say politician the money no clean no, and it's not that they say. But I'm just saying, you government, if you don't know say this thing, na so you go, na so you go. You don't face the way they kill. You don't face the money my own. Kadija, there is nothing because the man they do you know stop her. So what you do? You say go inside there. But this year, me I know what you do now. I don't talk about the oil market there. You they facing them. That this not a profit. You they show them almost not a profits. You don't like them on that side. Okay. The next thing, una do a big at the big. Una say put no profit down.
It's all the cats at this show, they go for engage you.
Somebody knows say what it might before and today they tell us say the informal economy, the street economy, una for make and rights. How for make the I think say you know the APC government, you know to like the APC politician, they not say they thief. What did they do? They take 2-3 money, they go spread up and then they bull and then she. They see them about if you joke with them politician they kill. Because they don't take small, they don't go gig that them OJ, their society. You know they don't make all man look happy. They don't know say what it don't happen. So all you need for do is how can you stay afloat? What in doc it will cost you for let you economic collapse, you need to pay rent, you need to pay debt, you need to pay this, then you go after lifeline product.
No, we go
going after lifeline.
This is not a political campaign, but I want to show you say under my own presidency, it go be, the money where they flow in this country go be clean money. Drugs not danger to society, not danger to the world. We're not going to encourage drugs.
What you say under a presidency? Now you got to win the flag bearer.
That is for sure.
Honest man.
Yeah.
Don't forget honest bad.
Yeah, this is to
Oh my God. Alright, for end this show.
We'll find another time for any discussion, please.
All right, thank you guys. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you so much. Well, now the end this edition of the Breakfast Show. It's been an interesting morning with two gentlemen. Then Edmond we talk on this fuel crisis, and also Dr. Davies, an economist, and also in a vie for the APC flag bearer position, he believes in Enge for be the next APC flag bearer. Many thanks to all and to the entire team we support you for bringing this edition come to you. Mina Khadija Bangwa, they say have a good day.
All right, well, till we meet again, maybe I'll get a lovely day and continue to watch Liberty Online TV. Goodbye.